Hello everybody, this is Sara, Psychic Medium, and this is your Psychic Astrology for the week of the 7th to the 13th of December 2020. If you'd like a private reading, then just go on down to my website. All the information, it is in the description bar below. And if you enjoy this vlog, then please do like, share and subscribe if you haven't already done so. Everything is timestamped, so do check out your moon signs, sun signs and rising signs. And if this doesn't resonate with you, then check in next week. This is Psychic Insight overall, general for all the signs. So Aries. So there's a change of pattern this week for you. Big change of pattern in love, and there could be something new entering your life, somebody new entering your life. I feel like you're feeling new energy where love is concerned, and things could start moving ahead very quickly. So you could meet somebody in the supermarket and suddenly it takes off, it's the love of your life, or something that has been going slow for a while suddenly starts moving on. I am seeing proposals around and sort of surprise, suddenly change of heart, new emotions coming in. So this is an exciting time for you, and it's also a grounded energy that is coming in, and there's going to be revelations for you in love and relationships at how much better you are dealing with them and in what a good position you're in. You're going to be feeling just in a good place, in like more sorted, more ordered, just more organized really with the whole thing, and just in the best place you can be for something to really take off. So this is really positive for you in love. Now, there could be lots of things you're juggling, work-wise and love this week. So there could be a lot going on. Like I said, the energy is going to be quite fast. There is a phone call coming which is linked to a money situation. It could be a job offer or multitude of job offers, because I feel like you're going to be juggling an awful lot of things. You could be trying to plan a date and then extra work comes in, or suddenly there's an interview and you were supposed to be going somewhere. Do plan very carefully. Okay, and do stick to the plan as well. It's important, but be adaptable. I did talk about in the main reading about how you could be focused on one thing and then suddenly the pathway is going to take a kind of different direction. So be open to that, because something could come in last minute that you have to deal with. I just see this is a great week for you to understand how you've grown, what knowledge you've gained, especially around your career. And fate is going to show you exactly that some things that have upset you or haven't been so great where your career options are concerned are actually turning out to be just what you want, and that you are in exactly the right place at the right time. So this is going to be a fantastic week for you where new enterprises come in, opportunities, love, and the energy is really, really speeding up. Hello Taurus. Now this week you've got your eye on the prize. You're going to feel really, really focused, and you're just going to be in that place where you know where the end result is or what you want. So you're probably going to be very, very clear about a goal, and you're just working towards it, just taking your time. You're like Capricorn, you're going, or the goat, you're going up the mountain and you're nibbling at the grass as you go. You're dealing with the rocks in place, and you're just, where you're going. You're going to keep going. You've got a lot of endurance this week, especially around relationships. And I can see you very, very calm, especially when somebody else could be really wired. Maybe somebody wants to start an argument, or they're tetchy, or they're frustrated. And you just calmly sitting there, just letting them go on, or witter away, or get angry about something, and you're just like the calming influence. Just watch yourself being dragged off your driven path, especially around relationships, or somebody trying to manipulate you, especially if you are, like I said, in this calm space. I just see somebody sitting there eating their cereal, looking at the TV, and then their partner just running around going, right, another thing, blah, 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 and getting like really crazed. And then you could kind of give in or allow their behavior or someone else's projections to cause you to take a little bit of a detour. Stay in the flow. You are going to get what you want, and you may go to the right or the left on your journey, because that's where your intuition is leading you, or where life is leading you. But don't feel pulled to do something that isn't what you want, you know, or just to keep the peace. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean just love relationships. This could be family relationships. This could be to do with work relationships as well, that you've got something in mind and something is trying to take you off track, okay? Now, I do see this with phone calls coming in, connections via phone, where somebody could offer you something amazing. It could be an old love that comes in, because we are talking about relationships. It could be somebody that is in you know, someone is higher up in your work, like manager, who is wanting you to do something that isn't really on your pay scale, or isn't in your job description, or isn't anything, you know, is something that you'd let go of a long time. I did talk about in the main reading about this last little knot or glitch that's come in that has to be unravelled, and I feel like this could be it for you. Keep positive, keep smiling. You don't have to justify yourself, you don't have to argue, you don't have to lose it. Again, I'm just seeing this calm. If you're steadfast and you're calm and you know what you want, then actually the reactions or how you deal with this could be easy, okay? You don't have to feel guilt or fear. There are revelations coming in love this week, and the realizations that you know yourself, that you know what is good for you, okay? So this is going to be a transforming week, especially around abundance, value and self-worth. And I feel like you have finally been born, and you're like, you know, you may have been excuse how I'm saying this, but like a sorry mess for the whole year, or just freaking out or worrying about your foundations, you know, your money situation, what's been going on, and suddenly everything's turning around and you're realizing actually you were in quite a good position, and actually you're better off than some others out there, and actually you were right, you know. A cycle is coming to an end this week, especially around money, and I do feel this is connected to somebody who has not valued you or has let you down in some way. And again, your reaction to this is quite a calm approach, but it is, should I say, I don't want to say fast, because the way you're reacting is not fast, but I feel like your reactions are very on point. Okay, the way you communicate, your intuition is really, really kicking in this week. Now, as far as work is concerned, there could be promotions, but again, watch out feeling like you've got to decide right now, or you're being pushed into something you don't want to. I feel like something on the table may not be what you want anyway. Because it could mean a complete shift in role. It could mean moving house, moving somewhere else completely. Just look into the details. Again, have that calm, collective approach. You know, this is part of a journey. Every time you have a conversation, it's a journey. You know, there's a beginning, there's a middle and an end of the conversation. So get the information as you're going. Ask the right questions. But just keep focused on what you want, knowing that that's the dream. You can take a right turn, you can take a left turn, as long as you still have that, you know, that end goal in sight, and it's going to take you exactly where you need to be. Hello, Gemini. So this week, something is going to change up this week, especially around your family, relationships, people you work with, any connections you have. It's going to be very playful, or someone may enter into your life who wants to just have some fun. And I don't mean just, you know, friends with benefits. It's more about somebody who is injecting some fun into your life that could liven things up for you. If you've been hurting recently, if you've been suffering from somebody letting you down, or maybe you've had a breakup, I feel like things are going to change up this week, and you have an opportunity to change the energy for yourself, lift your own vibration. In any case, fun is the order of the day. Decide, where family is concerned, people you know, that you're going to have a play date, that you're going to just chill out for a while, that you're not going to get so serious, you know. Everything seems to have got a little bit deep, maybe. Maybe things have been overthought, you've got overwhelmed. maybe you just, like I said, you've just been overthinking things and just getting too serious about matters, and, you know, how are things going to turn out, and, you know, maybe you've just been considering Christmas plans and who's going to be at the table and who's not going to be at the table and who can invite and where you're going to travel and are you going to travel and, you know, and now you're just thinking, do you know what, let's just, you know, there is an option. You could just enjoy. It doesn't have to be about the poshest turkey or the, or maybe if you're vegetarian, the poshest carrot, or, you know, or just the best tablecloth or the best presents, or, you know, getting down to the shop because that person needs this or that. Maybe it's about changing things up and just making it a bit more playful for a change. This is a good opportunity this Christmas, especially for you Geminis, to use this experience to have some more fun, you know, to inject some more fun into the whole festive time, because although, you know, we get excited by it, it can be quite stressful. And I feel like for you it's time to kind of just lighten things up, especially with everyone around you. And I think if you've got a lighter energy, everyone else will lighten up as well. So this isn't necessarily about somebody else coming into your life, you know, maybe it is a friend coming around who just lightens everything up, but it could be you that is the person that instigates it. And if you've got that opportunity to make that choice, then do so, you know, take control. Just let go of all the burden of everything and how things have got to be and judging yourself and everybody else, you know, just do something new. There is a big change of pattern where finances are concerned and work. I'm seeing things being more positive, but it's possibly because you're going towards doing something more positive. Some of you may have been laid off of work, or you may have lost work over the last few months, or things have been delayed. But this week I see a better, more positive approach towards that, and maybe an idea coming in or two that could really, really top up your finances. Just watch the temptation of pushing too hard, okay? Or some old patterns that creep in. Now, in the main reading, I talked about this knot, you know, this last knot in the ball of wool that just needs to be unravelled, and this would be yours. It's to do with bad habits, you know, kicking in. Maybe overindulgence. So make sure, because I've got the rest sign here, so make sure that you don't overdo it. Again, overthinking, overwork, overplan, just go, be in the flow a bit more, just be more playful. This is an expansive week for you, and there could be a complete change of residence for some of you. Some of you might be thinking of moving. I think I discussed this, or we talked about this in 1 week with Gemini about plans coming in. Well, there's a phone call that could come in which is connected to a house move or your home. That could be a big changer, a big game changer, taking you in a completely new direction. Maybe you thought that house wasn't available, it wasn't possible to move, you know, you couldn't put your house on the market, things were, you know, it just wasn't going to be possible, or you couldn't get a mortgage, and then suddenly you get a phone call this week which completely changes up the plan again, and things start getting moving. There's definitely luck around work situations, and relationships around work. It feels like things are starting to connect, you know, that you're starting to understand the best way of doing things. There's something that's good for you, what is going to work for you financially, in your relationships, career-wise, and you're starting, you know, I just feel like there's something that could come in this week, a job offer particularly, that is exactly what you want, which kind of ticks all the boxes. And it's going to be worth waiting for. So the most important message this week for you, Gemini, is to have some fun. Start lightening the load. Let go of the worry and the stress of everything and just make things simple. And think, okay, if I had more time, what would I do instead? You know, so don't feel like you've got to be recognised, you've got to prove anything, you've got to do what everybody else wants. Do exactly what you want and make it light. Hello, Cancer. So less effort is more rewards this week, especially around your love and relationships. I feel it's easy. There's an easier way. I think sometimes you're just trying too hard. I'm getting the words overcompliment, right, which leads to overcomplication. The message is, if someone loves you, if someone cares about you, if something's meant to be, then you don't have to try so hard, okay? Just relax a little bit. That's what Spirit is saying to you this week. Just sit back, sit back in the comfy seats on first class and enjoy. Allow the compliments to come to you for a change. Don't keep looking for little, if there's like a little space, you have to fill it with something. It's about knowing your own value this week. There is a little bit of anger going on inside that you may need to release. Okay, maybe you're getting frustrated because you're trying too hard and you're not getting what you want, You think, well, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, and I'm still not getting anything back, And this could be around people at work, love, family, and it's just a constant thing. Let go of your doubts and just love. Love yourself, love your heart, do what you love, wake up in the morning and have loving thoughts and just be you, because you are loved. That's what Spirit is saying, and trust that. There is so much abundance to be had this week around people. But sometimes you can work too hard at getting the abundance and then you end up blocking yourself and then you stop getting it. It's like you're kind of locking the doors when really you just need to leave them open. You've opened them. The flow is happening, so enjoy it. Money is going to be good around other people, love relationships. It could be your partner, connects, it has a windfall of some kind, so that could be really good and you get to share that would be cool. Or you just hit number one, you win the lottery in a relationship this week, which is just opens up all your doors of abundance and you just feel really, really fulfilled. Remember, abundance is not just about money, it's about being happy, it's about everything, the flow being, open. I just felt it's some massive transformations here, and it's going to be really fateful around your purse strings as well. You could find something on the street or just have a lucky winning streak somehow. I definitely go and play the lottery this week. I'm not predicting that everyone's going to win, but I do see someone going in and checking some numbers and having some kind of unexpected win. It may not be the jackpot, but it will be nice. Okay. And I'm really not hinting at everybody to go and keep buying lottery tickets either. Just do something when you feel it. Again, make it easy. Don't overcomplicate it. Don't overthink things. This is a positive time for self-reflection, okay? If you want to learn about your own value, your own abundant self, then this would be a good week to do it. There's some revelations coming on the career front and some more secure opportunities coming in as well. You may feel a lot more secure in your work, and there is one wish that could be granted, so keep open to the dream still coming, to what you put out there to manifest can still happen. It's about using your skills, Spirit is saying. You have to know your skills to use them, and sometimes you don't look at what you have. Maybe you're chasing a rainbow which isn't really suited to you, because actually you could be making life so much easier by using your natural abilities. And maybe you're trying to do something which isn't in your makeup. It's like, I know I'm very my belief is that everybody can do something if it's possible. You can learn to do it, but it doesn't always fit. It doesn't always feel comfortable, whereas something else can feel much easier and much more positive and beneficial. You feel more passionate about it. Sometimes our natural abilities aren't used so much because they're so natural. We don't realise that they could be put into good use in a career situation. We just think, well, I'm just really good at golf. So I just do it for a hobby and I'm really good at it because I enjoy it. Okay. And I'm not saying everybody would then become a famous golfer or, top of their game, but you could work in that field. It could be that you could actually teach some skills, or, try and, instead of overcomplicating, trying to be recognised in something that really doesn't suit you and you're not happy doing, look at something that you would enjoy, and it could just be a lot simpler than you realise. So this week is about simplifying, stop trying so hard, and really, really looking into your heart at what is good for you, what gives you pleasure. Hello, Leo. So this is a week for you to really stand in your independence where relationships are concerned. I feel like you're going to make a stand in one issue. I think you're going to see all the game players, who's been manipulating you, what has been restricting you. It could be that you have been involved in an affair, or you have been entangled in somebody else's manipulations and not realised it, and only thought about the positives that could come out of it. Maybe you've been looking at somebody or people in a really positive way and just believing that even though their actions aren't really that great and every now and again you get hurt, that deep down, you know, they're a really good person and that their intentions are real and true. And then this week you're thinking, no, actually what I thought was positive is really, really restrictive, because they're actually quite narcissistic, or they're very passive aggressive. And it's time now for me to think of me, because this hasn't been about me the whole time. It's been, I've literally allowed whatever is going on in my life define me. Now, this could be relationships at work, family, or love relationships. And if you're on your own, then I think you're going to realise what has been holding you back this week. It's going to be quite clear about who you're hanging around with and the types of people you get drawn into, and realising that you're not really doing what you want. So this is quite a satisfying week of breaking free, I feel. And I get the sense that in money terms, you're going to be, again, quite empowered and realising your own value, and being quite positive and confident about who you are and what you're worth, really. And this is going to bring in more pennies into your life. Let go of the anger around it, though. Don't dwell on what someone's done, even if you've just realised, you know, this could be the last knot that I've been talking about in the main reading. If you want to go and listen to that, if you haven't already, there's this last glitch, you know, before you get into the best part of yourself. And this could be it, the realisation that someone's been playing you all along, or you've actually been connecting with restricted people and you thought they were really positive and you were having fun, but actually they've been holding you back because you just stayed there because it was safe, you know. So don't get angry about it, because sometimes we can start using the self-blame card, and why did I do that, and what a waste of time that was, and that's a waste of energy in itself. Okay, so move on, start having some fun, rise above it, and start focusing on a more spiritual path, because again, that is going to bring in better finances. That's going to open up your financial purse. It's going to unzip it. Where it's got stuck, it's going to start moving again. Now, work-wise, I'm seeing communication at work, discussions about how to make things better. Maybe you talk to other people, or you're talking to people about opportunities at work, maybe a direction you want to take. I do see a lot of meetings happening, and improvements, really, or discussing, again, restrictions where you don't feel you're doing a job to your full potential, or you don't feel that you're being respected, or your value isn't being made use of in the best way possible. Fate is showing you some challenges to deal with, to push you forward, to have those conversations. It's almost like for some of you, you'll feel like you've been pushed into a corner this week. So that could be the restriction corner where you think, I can't go any further, I can't get any lower now. No one can push me, do any more to me. I now have to say something. So you could be pushed to speak up as well. But I do feel it's going to take you on a new path, into a new direction, and a much more abundant one where work, relationships and money is concerned. Hello, Virgos. So positive energies around family situations. There is one challenge, but I think if you come in with a lighter energy and be fun, be the happy person, don't get too serious, things will change and will move forwards a lot better. I feel like everything's got, again, this is the same as, I think, Taurus, maybe. No, maybe it's one sign that I've just done, and it was about being more playful, and I feel like this is really, really important for you. There could be a big decision to make this week between two people or two situations that you love, and I think, again, a lighter approach, a more creative energy. Don't get too stuck in the mud about it. Don't feel like it's so stressful, oh my God, I've got to make a decision, it's all going to happen. Just relax a little bit and just think, well, actually, do I have to make this choice? Do I have to do it right now? Is it the most important thing on my agenda? You know, things are changing. Sometimes we have to, you know, we need to look at things from a more spiritual approach. We have to detach a little bit. So take the time to do so. Do what is right for you. That's the most important thing. Again, don't get too stuck in the mud about how you're making anybody happy or who's going to be affected. Let go of all that. Just think about you, and that you want a little bit more fun in your life and you want a bit of more light. How can you bring the light in? How can you open up to fresh energy? What is the best approach to do for that without thinking about how everybody else is going to behave when you make that decision or what they're going to do? That's prejudging what other people will, how they will react. You're thinking for them. Think about you for a change. This is about you having a little bit more fun this week. I feel that there's going to be an opportunity to travel, maybe take a trip. Something is in your hands. I feel like money is being put in your hands or some extra finances to allow you to do more, to expand in your life. Maybe you can invest in something that you haven't done so already. Buy some kind of luxury that you haven't been able to do for a while. And it's an opportunity to have a fresh start, especially around love and the things that you love and the people that you love. Stop being stubborn, all right? It's like you sometimes let the doubts just take over. They're not even doubts anymore. They're just cemented into your brain. So just let go of them, okay? Stop looking at the worst. Let's start looking at the positives, okay? Because this is a week to be playful, have some fun. Just kind of trust. Have a bit more faith that you are actually in the lead. You're the pioneer. This is who you are. You're being put at the front. You're the leader. You can call the shots this week. And I feel like just your outlook could change everything. Trust in spirit. Trust that you've got protection, especially around work situations. There's new beginnings coming in. You could have an offer put on the table this week. That could mean travelling. It could mean exploring new horizons, learning something new. I feel it could be more for January time that it would start. But I can see you excited and thinking, I could do this. Or maybe you want to take a trip and you've suddenly got the money to do it. And you're thinking, oh my God, I really want to do this. Let go of the negatives. I feel like this is possible. Look, just change the perspective, okay? There's probably a lot of things around you that you feel obliged to or responsible for. But are they really your responsibilities? When is it going to be your time? That's the question. So start spreading your wings, start enjoying life, enjoying your experience, enjoy this new energy that is coming in. And just relax a little bit more and have some fun. If someone asks you to go out this week and do something playful, do it, okay? Unless it's restrictive, of course. Bearing in mind we're still in lockdown in many places, but, just lighten the load a little bit. Hello, Libra. Now, if something is stressing you out, okay, or something is causing you to feel unwell in yourself, then go it alone. That's the main message this week. You will find more balance by stepping out alone and trusting yourself and your own instincts than deciding to remain in a situation that is causing you pain or is actually making you physically ill. There is positivity around certain relations in your life. It could be in love, could be work, could be family. There is positivity to be had. It's not everyone. It's just possibly one situation. The thing is, when something is getting you down or somebody is getting you down, it can feel like the whole world is against you. But in this case, this is just about knowing your limits and knowing what is good for you. So where love is concerned and where relations are concerned this week, if you've got to step out, you've got to be independent of yourself and you have to do things for you this week and you need some rest, then take the rest, okay? If you want to step away from a relationship and you just need some time, I feel that just doing that is going to open up your mind. It's going to expand the relationship. You may decide that you just want out. that in being involved in certain groups of people or with people is just literally making you ill. It's stifling you. Now, when money is concerned, you're starting to learn some details, some discrepancies. Possibly there's some mistakes or errors that were put into place. I'm seeing some kind of paperwork which was overlooked or hasn't been discussed. You may feel a bit let down by the world if something is put on your, in front of you, and you think, oh, I've just finally got out of this. I thought I was home dry, and then here we are again. This could be some legal issue that comes up that you can, which is it's actually going to offer you more options this time, okay? So the reason it's being brought back is because I feel like it wasn't finalised in the first place because it wasn't the right time to finalise. So actually this is in your favour. And I feel that this time you'll have a different approach. So before you kind of get all wound up and irritated by it, look at it and think, well, actually, if I had done now my whole outlook is different. And now I'm going to deal with this differently. If I'd done that, then it would have come out like this, okay? So just think of anything that comes back is showing you alternatives to a problem. It could be that somebody returns into your life, which has got something linked to your finances, because this is your financial thing that I'm talking about, or money, who maybe they've owed you money, or maybe they're bringing back some money. It feels like they've let you down. This feels like something was taken from you that, it actually helps you solve a completely different problem where your finances are concerned. Maybe it's just a reminder. Listen to your heart. Do what you love where money is concerned. Follow your passion. You're going to be shown those details this week. So you may see it as a problem potentially and think, oh God, here we go again. But actually it's a reminder. It's a wake-up call. Now, where work is concerned, you have got the opportunity to take control this week. This is the divine timing is happening for you, Libra. And this is positive. This is where everything comes together. So it's that last little knot that just has to be unravelled. Just those last little bit of details that need to be looked at and addressed. And fate is bringing it to your door. So be grateful and go, yes, here's a problem. I'm going to deal with it. Here's a challenge. Look at it like Quizmaster, This is the final question to win that £50,000 jackpot. Listen to your heart. If that means stepping away, if that means being loyal in order to create the balance for yourself, and I mean loyalty to you, trust that, because something big will come from it. Hello, all you fellow Scorpios out there. Now, this week, it's almost like, for you too, this was the same as, I think this was Aries. It's too much effort to be resurrected, okay? It's like, imagine, now this isn't the best way of looking at it necessarily, imagine you're buried under the ground and you feel like you're 40 foot under, so you've got to really, really dig away, or you're right at the bottom of the ocean and you've got to really swim hard to get to the top to get some air. What Spirit is telling you is that you're actually a lot closer to the surface than you thought, and all you've got to do is just move one arm and boof, you'll be there. You've just got to lift yourself up and you will feel the sun on your face. It's just the way you're looking at something. Sometimes we believe it's going to take so much effort because you put so much effort in already. We've been so under that kind of self-blame radar or self-judgment radar that we think that everything that has happened was our fault. Sometimes there's a bigger plan, and the reason things have been held back is because we had to learn how to make things easy. We had to learn a new way. Now, you have been under so much endurance, so many tests, and I feel like your gut feeling is going to tell you something with such certainty this week where relationships are concerned. And suddenly you will come back. You may feel like you have got, you've died and gone to heaven or wherever you're going, or you've been going through what I call the death dirge or death march for the last few months, few years. It's just been constant, enduring, struggle. Especially where love is concerned, connecting with people, all these things happening where you're kind of having to be recognized, or you feel like you want to be seen, or, you want to be at the top of your game, or, you want to be loved completely, the way that you love. And actually, you're starting to, this week, the perspective changes and you realize how little effort that really needs. That you've been making all the effort, and that was the whole point. You've been trying to fix everything. You're going to gain strength by understanding the restriction, okay? So this week is a bit of a breakthrough where you come back to life, my dear Scorpios. We all come back. Money-wise, it's going to be positive. There are some wishes coming true, and there is a sense of just letting go and realising that actually just by letting go and stop trying to plan and stop trying to fix things and stop trying to preempt things, because that's what you do, because you feel like everything's your fault to fix. And you've been blaming yourself for ages, thinking, well, because you... And it's not because you just constantly do it. You wake up in the morning going, oh my God, it's my fault that it's raining. It's not like that. It's the fact that you are taking so much on board. So much learning has been happening that you're realising, you're really doing a lot of self-reflection and deep spiritual work, that it kind of starts turning that point of blame onto yourself. So it's been through good work, good practice, that you've kind of taken this downward turn. That it's like, well, I've looked everywhere. I've explored every avenue, and now the only way back is me. So you've come back to self-reflection, but at the same time, you're kind of pointing that finger of blame as well, which is great to take it on board and take responsibility of what we do and our choices. But at the same time, there's been a bit of like, when it hasn't worked, and because it's been such a struggle, it's like, well, I must be doing something wrong. Has to be me. That's why my parents left. That's why this happened to me, because I was a bad person, right? So let's just let go of that now. And because you've been trying so hard to be a good person and to do everything right, it's like everything's been questioned. And it's just constant question until you've questioned yourself out. And then you realise, all I've got to do is like look at it and just wake up and go, okay, I'll do this. I'm just going to do what I do. I'm just going to wake up and be the person I am and just enjoy that person. And that's why I feel this change is happening this week. You suddenly realise that the control button has been in your hand the whole time, but actually you've always been controlling everything. You've got to the point where, oh my God, I don't know how to let go of control anymore. I've been coping for so long. There's money on the horizon, guys. There is some good news coming in for you. And I feel like anything that you hear that is, or shown to you that seems negative about relationships, it's not your fault. You're just seeing it as it is. This is what people are. You're suddenly realising your value. This is an upturn of who you are this week. Get some peace. There's phone calls coming around work. There's more structure. There's stronger foundations. And there's inspiration as well. So chill a bit. Relax. Stop making things happen. Stop pushing so hard. Once you put it out there and you've asked the question, the question's been asked. If someone doesn't want to answer it, they don't answer it. So just make the plan. Decide. Draw a line under it. And move on. Hello, Sagittarius. Okay, so watch that draining of around work situations this week. I feel like you're going to have positive insight on what areas in your career really, really drain you. I feel like it's always done it, it's not like a new thing really. It's just that you haven't wanted to admit it. And there's a big change of pattern this week. You may decide to change your working life, work from home. You may decide to expand your work into your home. You may find that some job comes in that changes things, so you have to move home. I feel like areas of the home are going to be very positive where work is concerned. Anything linked to work and your home area. But you may decide that your working place at home, okay, I'm using the word home again, or, your office at home where you do some of your paperwork, or, even if you do work away, is you're in the wrong place feng shui wise, or it's very blocked and you're not enjoying that area, and you can find a much better place to work. Think about that. You could find that you're draining yourself. Maybe you're taking your work home and it's draining you, and you need to leave it at the office, if you can leave it at the office at the moment. But there are some positives to be gained, and I do feel like there's going to be some moving around going on where your career life is concerned. There seems to be a resurrection or a new beginning where finance is concerned as well, because that's where that understanding is. So that's where that change of pattern occurs. So it could just mean that you move your space, you move workplace, you just change your job, you just change a complete pattern of lifestyle, and suddenly your finances look up. You're going to realise how much you're taking on. And this is why I think some of you are taking your work home. If you are working from home because of this pandemic right now, you could be just realising, you haven't got a cut-off point anymore, and that suddenly it's overwhelming you. So be aware of that. I feel like a lot of you are taking on too much, which is causing you a little bit of anxiety this week. Maybe you're just, I don't know, it feels like you're overburdening yourself to make ends meet. So you're possibly doing more than you should, because you think if you do a little bit more, you do more overtime, that you're going to earn more. But I don't think it's actually helping. I think it's making you angry, or you could be trying really hard to improve your financial circumstances by taking on more extra jobs or overtime to let people see how good you are, that kind of thing, be recognized. It's not working. It's just overburdening you, and it's just going to cause you anger, and I can foresee you being irritated by it this week. But this will bring a new beginning, because it's kind of like putting an end to something, and it's bringing you back into the space that you need to be. So something is going to be a big realisation, especially around work and money this week. I think it's you that's being stubborn with yourself. You have got spiritual insight, but you're not trusting enough, especially around relationships and love. It's like, just trust someone else's point of view as well, because I feel like somebody could really give you some insight this week, and you're just not wanting to listen. You're still doubting it. Maybe you have a reading with someone and you think, oh, well, that's just, you keep saying that, but it's not happening. Well, it's because you're not changing that pattern. You're not listening to the message. There could be a decision to make between two people this week, two loves. Could be to do with your work life, and if you're taking on too much work at home, it could be that something's got to go, because it's having a drain on the relationship as well, and that's draining you. There needs to be some more fun here. Let go a little bit, take some rest. I feel like you need to detach from something or somebody. It could be that you're working with somebody and they're draining you, or someone around you is just draining your energy, so you can't work properly. There's something has to be decided. I feel a change of pattern is needed around your relationships. There needs to be an injection of play, and you do need to take some time out in certain circumstances. Stop trying so hard. I've said this to a few signs now. It's almost like, because if things aren't working, we put more effort in to make it work, because inside we feel like it's our responsibility. So we take on more, we do more to improve ourselves. If there's a silence in the room, we start talking to fill that silence. Why is it you that's taking on that responsibility? It seems to be a trend for everybody this week. So, I think it's time to sit back, readjust, look at where your energies lie, look at how much time in the day you've got, and because that will have a direct effect on your relationships as much as your working life. Hello, Capricorns. So this could be a week of opportunity for you. You have to release yourself, though. Spirit is saying, release yourself from those who hold you back. Some people are holding you down. It's like your arms are like the attached to tent pegs, and people are like bashing them into the ground sometimes. But you're allowing yourself to be stretched and stretched and stretched in some circumstances. This is to do with your heart. I feel like your heart is being taken in so many different directions with relationships. It could be other people's problems. It could be family issues. It could be a relationship that you are giving more to than you're getting back, or that isn't really flowing, and you're kind of keeping in there, you know, you're hanging in there, because eventually that person's going to be free and they're going to love you, okay? This is a time to be free. You free yourself and you'll find the situations will free themselves up. There's somebody who's acting really immaturely around you, or it could be a child who's playing up in your, you know, around you, but it could be somebody you're with. I have got the sign of Pisces here. So it could be a Pisces around you who is behaving immaturely, and it's causing a big restriction or in your life, and it's stopping you really, really, you know, having the relationship that you want, or enjoying your loving connections, you know, or it's just blocking your love path. Free yourself. Listen to your instincts. They're going to tell you what to do this week. And I feel like you really need to connect, you know, with that little voice that comes in and says, just walk away, stop getting involved, you know, just release yourself from it, because that will create better relations in your life overall. And if you are single, it's more likely to bring in somebody special, because you're releasing yourself from issues that devalue you, that are taking up your time. Free yourself. So work-wise, I'm seeing promotion here, positive promotion, opportunity knocking, an opportunity to show your strength, to step into a role where you can be at the top of your game. So if you're waiting for a promotion, this could be the week for it. I feel like you've been stressing too much. You need to literally, you know, we're talking about the relationship, something's stressing you out or causing you ill health physically. Maybe you've been questioning something so much and it's causing you so much stress that it's affecting all areas of your life. There is a choice here. Spirit is saying that financially things could be good this week if you have a creative outlook, if you take control and you look from a more spiritual perspective and look at bringing everything together as a whole. Look at your whole life as a whole. What is fulfilling? What feels like family to you? And I mean good family, because not everybody has great families, but you know that feeling where you just completely feel like you're part of something. Look at your whole life this week. You're at a crossroads. Things can change for the better, but you're allowing certain circumstances to restrict you. And I feel in some of you, it's just what you love. You're not doing what you really love. You're not doing what you're really passionate about. But the moment you focus on that, the doors will start opening. You're kind of stressing out, like, oh, this could happen, this could happen. You're questioning things, you know, how the outlook's going to be. You're at a point of change now, and you are at an opportunity where things could really, really open up for you. So think positively, listen to your gut feelings, because they are there to help you. Your soul knows. Don't let these old doubts creep in, or, you know, what's going on in the world. If something is really, really, you know, you're really passionate about somebody or something, then go for it. You know, don't let something else just restrict you. But it's about your own heart first, okay? So free yourself from everything else that is holding you back right now. Then you'll have a clear mind, and then you'll have clear focus. Hello, Aquarius. Right, there's a lovely surprise coming around your love and relationships this week. I do feel there's a breakthrough around a home situation as well. Now, this is linked to people you know, love, communication, that kind of thing. So you could hear maybe there's you've been going through a situation in buying or selling a house, and the breakthrough comes through the people you love that you're connected to. Okay, maybe someone you know is going to buy your house, or you suddenly come up with a better idea rather than selling. But it is to do with your close relationships, okay? So that's where the breakthrough is going to come. There's a really, really unexpected surprise as well. Again, it's on a creative manifesting front, and it feels like your relationships are very positive. People are starting to come together. You're starting to see loyalty. You're starting to see how things work. You're starting to see where you're standing, you know, and you're pushing away old temptation, which is good. You're realising what is holding you back. Okay, so this is going to be a big shift for you this week around love and relationships. You are stepping into your tiger energy, and you're being guided to do that if you're not doing it. Let go of all the anger. I've said this to a few people. Sometimes we realise things that we've done or the way we've been going ahead, and we realise that's what's been holding us back, and we start getting angry. Waste of energy. Stick by those that are loyal to you, and stick by yourself. Most importantly, be loyal to your own needs. You're going to shut a door this week. You're going to step into a new cycle where finances are concerned, and I do see more expansion happening. There's travel ahead. There's opportunities to travel. Let go of the doubts, okay? Because you may still question that. You may suddenly get an opportunity to travel where you didn't think it was possible, okay? I know a lot of things have been shutting down, and, because of Brexit, because of the pandemic, everything is changing. But there is a loophole, I feel. And I just feel like family is going to be really important to you this week, even around working life. Maybe you're going to start a family business. You're going to work from home. Maybe you're going to make home your business, and you're going to make things work. There's new beginnings all around career, and I feel like you're going to start taking charge. It's like you're looking at your space and going, hey, this is what I can do. I've been sat here worrying about A, B, and C, and this has been blocking me. Why has it been blocking me? Because something is wanting me to do something else, and you're suddenly seeing it for what it is. You could hear offers of a new job, but I feel like this is more about you taking control of your work, where things have been sliding away. Financially, this is a new beginning for you this week. Definitely. But it is about you stepping into your tiger energy, being the tiger, being the leader, knowing what you want, and being sure about what you want, and being strong and confident. Don't let these things get you down, okay? Don't waste time on self-blame or what could have been. There are some beautiful surprises coming this week which will show you otherwise, so stay in that energy. I feel like you're going to kind of connect all the dots this week, why something has been happening, because you're understanding something in you. Hello Pisces. So the same as Aquarius, I've got a breakthrough happening around a home situation, but it's really strong, this for you. I feel like you could move house suddenly. You're going to see the error of your ways, one thing, but you're also going to see how somebody else has possibly been holding you back, or, a relationship you've been manipulated by it, or you've realised that a house move or something around your home has been defining you, or you've been allowing it to define you for a long time. It's like you're coming back to life this week where your relationship's concerned. I feel like you're taking back your power, you're standing strong. So if that means moving out or moving house or taking control, that's what you will do. I'm seeing a lot of strength coming in for you, Pisces, this week, especially around your home life. You could just take control of a situation in a relationship that, it's where somebody has been playing ball, you've been allowing them to take control, and you take it back. Because I feel like you're being resurrected. Everything is coming full circle. All right? What goes around comes around. That's going to be your feeling. It's like I can see you kind of laying your cards on the table and saying, right, this is what's going to happen. I'm not moving out. You are, that kind of thing. You may suddenly get the breakthrough you've wanted with a relationship, where you get the chance to move in together. You suddenly you'll be able to buy a house together, or the breakthrough happens. Maybe you've both been trying to buy a house or move for a long time because of the restrictions. Maybe you've been apart and now you can finally come back together. Again, let go of your doubts. You're starting to see who's been manipulating this, or what you've been allowing. I keep saying allowing to manipulate, because I feel like it's your own demons. It's kind of your own pattern that you follow. Now, financially, I do think a situation is going to come together, a deal. Again, you could sign over something this week, which is leading to new beginnings. Something is telling you to do it as well. Your intuition is going to really be strong about which way you sign, what T's to cross and I's to dot. You could have been in two minds about it, or with somebody else, not necessarily yourself. Somebody else may question and go, are you sure about this? You certain? You will be certain. Okay, it could be that you're going to invest or take out a loan of some kind. But I feel like anything creative is going to be good financially for you. So if you are bringing money in or investing in something that is going to be expansive, is going to open up your horizons on a creative level, it's going to be good for you. Things are definitely moving forwards where work is concerned, and you could move jobs. Maybe that's what you've been waiting to do, that things start up again. There's promotion in the air, a step up. I'm seeing endings, but I'm seeing positive endings, a feeling like maybe you're wrapping things up and going, right, okay, that's done and dusted, I'm onto a new path. There seems to be a goal being realised this week, that something is being put in front of you that you can actually touch. This is a new journey. It may be a long-term job or a long-term career goal that you see. It could take a while to actually fulfill or obtain, but you're going to be prepared to do it. It's like your instincts are going to be strong enough to go forwards. So exciting this week for you. I feel like you are just getting that break that you need. Things are coming together and you are listening to your soul purpose. So thank you everybody for listening and tuning in today. If you'd like a private reading, just go to my website. Have a great week.